Alright, we're live. We're hot. Not much going tonight. I do want to finish up this 262, but I can't because. So let me bring you guys up here. Just wanted to. Okay. So I'll wait for a few minutes to see if anybody shows up. Much more fun to do this live, to hang out live, rather than to watch these videos later. Might as well do a little bit of cleanup while we are anticipating hanging out. Two people. Who's here? So just to let everybody know, I still have a bunch of stuff for sale. This 262 is going to be for sale. Hey Dan. Hey Dan, you need any 394s or 262s or anything like that? James is here. Good. Good. Wrong colors. Ah! I know. They ain't creamy enough for you. We'll get you converted one way or another. It will happen. Right, so I'm literally missing like the one muffler piece here. I guess I need to find another muffler bolt, but I don't think that'll be that bad to do. Or I could modify the muffler and just open the heck out of that. Yeah, I don't know, whatever. We'll get something figured. I do have the part on order. The other thing that we're still waiting on is the 288 top end from Mike Rattler down in the Carolinas there. I did actually hear from him today, so that's good. He's a wall 346, 359, 281, and a red 372. It's funny, those red saws do it for a lot of people, and they don't necessarily do it for me, but whatever, you know. You got a couple 262s? I tell you what, this aftermarket head here is pretty impressive. I gotta say, this was very nicely machined, as far as I can tell. Probably one of the nicest aftermarket heads I've seen yet. More 372 parts. These probably need to go out to the shed. What brand cylinder was that? That was it was the one that was on sale at HL Supply, and it didn't have a brand on it. Old Trip. I have a Husqvarna 51 one ring and a MS 440 on my gas bike. Huh? Okay. fits. Just kind of, these are random 372 parts. I'm just gonna. My piston at bottom dead center is level. Okay. Jesse, how's it going? Yeah, old trip. I think you're new. I haven't seen you around before. Welcome. Tonight we're just hanging out. We hang out, we chat, talk about whatever. So, mainly I tear apart saws. I'd like to get to this 42 here one of these days. I'm not feeling it tonight. It's been a long day. Um, I want to do an 072 on a billet case. I don't know what that means. On a billet machined case? That would be pretty cool. You're machining out of billet aluminum. Not my cup of tea, but interesting. Never done that kind of carburetor. Not my area of expertise, you know. Billet stuff. I mean, that would be some serious machining. The most I do is trim crankcases to improve squish. Yep. I'll put that on the way up here. I have to then transfer it and it has a case reed. Yeah, reeds are not my thing either. If you like one, he sold me mine for $60. If I just design the transfers. A 12-inch disc. What the heck? What's that? If I'm just decking a crankcase, I use a half-inch carbide. But maybe we're not on the same page, man. Designing transfers? I think you're out of my league. Oh, 369 has a lathe attachment. It changes to a bandsaw and a 12-inch flat disc. Two tables adjust the height. I see what you're saying. Yeah, 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 yeah. A shopsmith. Yeah, if I'm decking a crankcase, I use it's on a Bridgeport, so makes things a wee bit easier. I think this goes down here with this pile of 372 junk stuff. My stroke on the motor with 30 few for the Pi 5. I don't get into adjusting stroke most of the time. I really am not. Again, it's kind of out of my league type of thing. I'm not going to turn without some help. Some help. Sorry, I just needed to grind a slot for a flat plate. Bigger flat plate than that. Hey, Mega. A slot for there's a screw here that I'm trying to remove. And it ain't coming. Got it. Just ground the flat deeper, that's all. Just trying to get the screen out so I can salvage that and then throw the rest of the thing away, you know? Oh.
Daddy, did Chris already shower?
Yep.
He did?
Yes, he did.
Today?
Today.
How did I miss that?
I don't know. Nice to know what's holding it up. Apparently I'm not going to salvage that screen. It just tears. Oh well. Hey Leonard. Our celebrities just joined us. There are a lot of internet experts about the last couple of days. Who might that be? What are we talking about here? Leonard's here. We know he's an expert. Oh, bow. Leonard, you don't have a following. You actually have followers. Gonna make him blush. Be gentle with Leonard. You're gonna make him blush. Alright, now I gotta see if I can find this screw. So short M5 and preferably Torx. Is it M4 or M5? No, M4. It would not be in my M4 stuff. Might be in here. All kinds of screws in here, but finding a muffler screw, and that would be something. Oh, wait a minute. I think that's a 394 screw, which is real important. I'm going to put that. I hate losing these. It's that round head Phillips M5 short. Hate buying those darn things, you know? No way. did it. You can just bend the teeth out of the way. I could go in here and open that whole thing up, but I don't think I will. Yeah, on the 365s, all I do is I open up under the screen, like as much as possible, and put the screen back. It gives a pretty good opening. And then what I'll do is I'll actually take and open it a little bit more this way. Not so much that it touches the plastic, but you want to open it up just a little bit more for the opening, you know. And that's all that I do with 372s, 365. The other way to do it, if you want to be really cheap, you can actually open up the side of it. Here, I'll show you in a second. I don't know if I have one sitting around. Maybe I do. So imagine this is a 372 muffler. This is the clutch side where the chain brake comes down and attaches here, but whatever. And the chain brake over here and the top cover here. What you can do on the 372s is actually open up the side. Just take literally a disc like this and just make a slice here. And what you do is literally just take and bend the outer part of the metal out a little bit, and anything that's on the inside, you just curl it in, and it makes quite an opening. Or you can braze in a pipe or weld in a pipe or whatever you want to do. Smoothing out the inside, I don't know if that's going to help you much. It's all open in there. It's kind of like that, actually. Kind of open in there. You can put a pipe in if you want, or two. But really, just opening up the side there is really a lot of what you need. I mean, and it costs you nothing. You just make a slice and open it. It's kind of the backwoods way to do it, but it certainly works. Can do while we're sitting around. So here's the clutch cover for the 262. Yeah, well, if you get one of the aftermarket ones, you got a port here already, and you make a slot on the side, and you have a dual port muffler. No spring. Let's see if we can pop this pin out. Hope we have an easier time than the last pin. Maybe not. Doing an MS660 56 millimeter. Okay, cool. I like my clone saw. It's not my favorite, but I do like it. So we're missing the spring, which I didn't know, and we're missing the screw here. And this is most definitely not a trustworthy brake band. Fantastic, you know. Just ordered a pile of stuff, and a brake band was not one of the things I ordered. I highly doubt I got one. A lot of 262 parts. But I don't think I have that. brake band and a spring. This is a 55 clutch cover. This brake band is not worthy either, and indeed is different. So no, that's not going to work. The 372 band is much bigger, so it's definitely not going to work. So, no. Anything better than rings and caber? Not that I know of. Yeah, we're all rooting for Larry to get some money quick and Dave to get some money quick. So I got to order that and that. Great. What do you guys think? Should I leave it black? Yeah, David, my sources for 394 carburetors have dried up. Supposedly, I can get one from SLE Equipment. Speaking of which, there's an order that I have with them that I was supposed to show up. But SLE Equipment has them at $111. It's way too... Yeah, ouch is right. I don't think... I have springs. I don't know if the ones that I have will work. Because I actually have quite a few springs. That might work. I'd say that might work. All right, maybe I won't get a spring. We'll try that. Cool. Okay, so I need a brake band for a 262. And then I'm kind of hoping this will fit here, which it looks like it will. A little tiny crack here. I want to fix that. Just gonna hit it with my soldering iron real quick. Timberzak, welcome. Been a while. Better. Timber. I'd like to put that on. I think that'll work. I think that'll fit. But until I get the other pieces in here, who knows? Alright, I guess we'll leave it black. Anybody interested in the 262? Anybody interested in it? Let me know. My email. I got 394s to move, the 288, the 262 for sure. I gotta move them. So if anybody's interested, and if for nothing else, just to keep the channel moving. Who's overrated? Me? You're right. Eh, crap. You got me. .262's overrated. I like mine. For you, James, right now, double that and add $100 and then shipping, and we're good. Tonight only. Just got a 462 looking to do a muffler mod on it. No, I have no opinions on those at this point. Timberzak, sorry. Could have bought the 298's cool saw, but you can't get parts for them. Would be a cool saw to have, but you can't get parts. The 262 is definitely the cheapest one that I'm selling. Yes. I'll probably have $400 into it by the time we're done anyway. So I'm basically just, these saws are really just done for cost effectively. Yeah, the thing with those, they're cool, but you got to get them for the right money because parts don't exist. That's like the ideal time to go and do a contract, though, James. You get lots of stuff done. I mean, I get my best buying done on eBay at somewhere around 3 o'clock in the morning because my judgment's poor. I buy lots of stuff. How about pistons or cylinders 50 millimeters larger? I use Meteor pistons and Caber rings most of the time for stuff. Unless, like the 262 here, I'm using the aftermarket head and whatever piston came with it and whatever ring came with it. I'm not going to change it up unless there's a specific need to. Did you buy the 394 yesterday? What 394? What are you talking about, David? There was one on eBay? No. No. I buy so many cylinders on eBay. I even know most of the Chinese people that run the eBay site. I know, end up at first name basis, some of these guys. Okay, here we go. $50? There was one on eBay for $50? David, you should have bought it for me. Now, I have no idea why I need another 394. I certainly don't. I've got plenty for myself and 3 for sale, so. I need a motivated person to translate, talk to English. I need somebody to translate English into Chinese. That's the problem with dealing with other cultures. You need translation. It's hard. And selling stuff in English when you understand the language is hard. I'm a dentist. I do that like every day, trying to explain stuff to people. It's even in your native language, it's still hard to explain stuff properly. You mean the Chinese rings? In general, I don't I don't usually use Chinese rings. This kit I think was a Taiwan kit. Hey, we're getting there, guys. Look at this. I'm not going to go buy a Chinese head and ring specifically, usually. I'm not going to go buy a Chinese piston and ring specifically. If I'm going to buy a piston for a particular saw, I'm going to elect most of the time to get a Meteor, which have the Cabers. The head cheese, the chairman of the Farmer Tech runs Hoozle. Yeah. I assume those guys know who I am. There aren't too many guys on YouTube that do what I do. So, I did know the guys at Highway for a bit, but I think they changed things up. So, oh right, I was gonna do an unboxing, sort of. Could you get a Farmer Tech to come? The price that was wrong. 210s, ride uphill, 40 miles an hour, live in Colorado. Cable rings have been holding up. Right on your gas, but on your bike though. Okay, hang on. Problem is, I buy stuff and sometimes I have no idea what I bought. You know what I mean? I just go on eBay and or wherever and buy things. Parts. Always seem to be running low on these pucks. The gap for the tanks. These are nice. Large fuel filters. .262 O-ring. I want to investigate that a little bit. I may order. Our meters are the best. Well, for aftermarket stuff, yeah. I mean, I don't think there's any better. Certainly for availability, they're pretty good. They don't cover everything, but they're pretty good. You know, if you're going to go for something quote-unquote better, then maybe the Wiseco's are quote-unquote better, but I don't think those are available in quite the selection that Meteor has, you know? You like watching me work? Good. Well, welcome. I'm just, you know, throwing stuff out here. I save the bags because they put sometimes. I mean, these plastic bags are too big, so take up too much. What is in here? Another one of those. Another puck. I'll be back. Hang on. forgot my coffee cup. All right, sorry guys, forgive me. Oregon bar 240 SLD 176. I do not know numbers on Oregon bars. Sorry. I believe this is 288. I think this is 262, so we're going to throw that in my 262 pile, which is here. Also 262. These can actually go on the 394 stuff, 394 stuff. I believe we're going to put this, actually if I get that there, I think that's 288. Okay, so all that stuff, that's perfect. Alright, so the long and the short of tonight is I needed a new brake band for that 262. So I gotta look that up. I hate buying single parts. I cannot stand buying single parts. Does anybody have anything else? Still got stuff for sale if anybody wants to contact me about the saws, obviously. David, we need you to save up in a hurry. The long and the short, I explained this before. The long and the short of it is that the saws that I'm building, I'm usually doing for cost, and possibly taking hits on stuff. So for the most part, I'm really not making. Hey, Brandon, I'm really not making a buck on these things. But what we need to do is we need to get the saws sold so that I can actually move the channel forward. You know, I got to keep stuff moving. If everything gets clogged, then I'm not going to buy anything else. I love working on these things, but in order for me to hang out, I got to start moving stuff. Well, David, fix the truck problems, and then, you know, all better. Would like one other, but lack of spare case shouldn't have really bought the bar. Lack of spare cash. Got it. Yeah, so the thing is I'm in a really weird spot. Do I absolutely need the cash? No. So I don't have to give these things away, you know. But I get clogged here, and in order to keep things moving, then I need to keep the money flowing, you know. I hear you, Mega. If we keep the saws flowing and the money flowing, then the channel keeps flowing. But if not, then, you know, kind of we end up doing videos like this and hanging out. You know what I mean? No, I don't. I don't want the stuff to go to eBay because, well, for a number of reasons. One of them certainly being that I really want them. One of them certainly being that I really want them to go to subscribers. You know, people on eBay are not necessarily going to appreciate like that this saw was built live. You know, I really want the saws to go to people that are subscribers that are interested in having. I'm sure that I can get more money for certain things in other places, but that's not the point. The point is to get these to subscribers. If I was looking to get money, I would sell all the parts. You know, if I was just looking for straight up money, I wouldn't be building saws. I'd be selling parts. You know, because that is pretty much, as far as I can see, that's the only place where the money starts to make sense. That is a 262 gasket. That is too hard. I have others, so I'm going to let that one go. Gotta clean it up a little bit. I've got stuff here. That is a 394 carburetor kit. It may or may not be old. I'm going to get rid of that. Haven't seen Larry on tonight. Yeah, it's pretty pricey, man, Leonard. Done. Go ahead, Brandon. Shoot. Before I get out of here. I actually did a little bit of cleanup tonight. I'm kind of impressed with myself. Next thing to clean up is all this. Well, James, there is that. My Facebook group is over 1,000 people who just buy cylinder kits. Well, Old Trip, if you know anybody that needs 394s or a 288 or a 262, I'm working on these, and they're, you know, nothing totally special, but they are built live, so you actually... I know, James. I know. So, I guess it's pretty obvious by now that I over the last week or two, you guys can see that I've got some videos for a 394 that I put together for somebody else, and basically he ultimately he said no, thank you. So we didn't do the trade. I was looking for a trade actually, and let's just say that James is a little bit more. James is pretty upset about it, and you know, can't force him to do anything. But Matt's a lot better prices than John's are. You mean Riley? Riley's got some really hot stuff, though. I think Riley's got some really hot stuff, and if you're looking for that sort of thing, then he's probably got right on with the prices. I think for what he's got. So Brandon's got Red Max leaf blower. You crank it over, makes a bad noise when you start it. It sounds good. I don't know. Something under the starter cover or clutch cover that's binding when you pull it over, you know? So anyway, so the 394 that I'm not an expert on blowers, Brandon. I've done a few, but not backpacks. I just did the handheld ones, and they're quite simple actually. So you shouldn't have a problem. I mean, you of all people shouldn't have a problem getting in there and finding that. Um, but anyway, yeah. So I made the plan was to trade a 394, and I worked on it, and this guy Jim basically at the end, I told him, the trade was basically a done deal. He was going to ship me a couple of saws, and I think it was an even trade, or it was going to be an even trade, and he got to see the 394 completely assembled. There was no. Brandon, look at Seed Workshop, Buck and Billy Ray Mates show. It does cold. Yeah, I would look inside the starter somewhere, um, to see if something's knocking or loose. So it was supposed to be a trade, and I built it completely on YouTube so you could see me do everything. And basically, the deal was for to buy the saw back from him. If he could inspect it for 24 hours, and if within 24 hours it wasn't to his satisfaction, then I'd buy it back. Basically, I'd pay for shipping back. And I guess that or something else about it he didn't like, because he didn't say much other than you know um, he wasn't interested, and that he was going to go buy something else. So uh, whatever, things happen, and I can't force people to buy anything. It was just kind of a shame that we had been going along, and been trying to build it to whatever he wanted, kind of. And yeah, so oh well. So now I got a 394, and if anybody another 394, that's the one that I built for Jim was at least a little bit less done up, so it's a little bit less money. So it'll be $600 plus shipping to anybody that wants it. Well, yeah, his loss, but he also had a couple of saws that I would have liked um, to get for my dad, actually. So that was kind of crappy too. But I value things differently than other people do. When I look at something that's never been rebuilt, I value it considerably less than something that's been rebuilt. So I did want to do the trade. I definitely wanted to have it work out. It just didn't. So, like I said, I can't force anything. Um, it's a shame. Oh well. It's kind of crappy. We're on the cusp of a deal, but you know, oh well. All right. I buy things like I won't be able to afford it again. That's the way I look at it. That way I look after it. Yeah. That's one way to look at it. So, I better run. And I will say goodnight to everybody and say thank you very much for hanging out. I do appreciate it. If anybody wants to email me about any saws or anything like that, they can email me. Put my email in here again. Get rid of the extra ampersands. So, have a great night, everybody. I really hope to get some parts tomorrow. Maybe we can finish this or come close to it. You know, if I can get the muffler on tomorrow and get this running, that would be really, really nice. So, James, Brandon, Leonard, David, Old Trip, thank you very much. Mega, everybody, have a great night and be safe, okay, guys? Stay cool. Gonna be hot next couple of days. Stay cool, guys. Night.